Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Path to Temperance. My name is Angela. I'm an intuitive healer, channel, and energy reader. If this is your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. So, I felt guided to do a reading here today, and it's kind of like this energy of where you may have feel that you get like a spark of inspiration and you're ready to take a leap of faith and you're ready to go do something, and then that spark burns out just as fast, or it just kind of gets kind of like put out, maybe by your own fears, insecurities, or by somebody else around you here. Okay, take that how that resonates. But it was kind of like this energy of pop, like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to shoot for the stars in a matter of the sense here. I got a notification, so it kind of like stopped the recording. But yeah, it's like this energy where you get like this spark of inspiration, you're ready to go, and then it just pops out just as fast here. Okay, so if you are resonating in that energy, let's go ahead and check in for you. I did get some third eye energy here with that when I was kind of grounding. And so what that's telling me here is that there may be a blockage or maybe some inactivity here in the third eye chakra, which allows us to create, which allows us to hold a vision, right? That allows us to see beyond any fear, any limitation, right? And if we hold on to limitations, especially within our third eye, we aren't able to see things as they are. We aren't able to create and imagine, right? Possibilities. Imagine the depths of our dreams. Imagine where our small inception of an idea can take us, right? So there may be a third eye blockage here. Okay, I have hummingbirds showing up on the bottom of the deck. Be present. Okay, rapid response, resilient, sweet goodness, lift out of the negativity here. Okay, so definitely one way that we can practice really stepping away from our fears, stepping away from any sort of anxiety, and really grounding ourselves in the present moment to say, okay, maybe even strategize. All right, I have this idea, I want to see where it goes. Where can I put it? 222 on my timestamp. How can I make this dream a reality? Right, and not be held back by limitations, to see things prosper, to have that bigger picture here. Okay, look at, to create steady forward movement. Okay, one way, go the distance, a direct route, right? Strategize this direct route. Don't let this idea, this spark of inspiration die out as fast as it is. It has potential. You have potential. You are unlimited potential. You are limitless. Never doubt that. But if we have a closed third eye, of course, we have a limited view. We cannot see the bigger picture. We cannot see the inception of our seed and the growth and where it can expand and how we can allow ourselves to create that as a focal point. I think I can. I think I can. We may be on autopilot, right? Where we're not even thinking about that, not even thinking, hey, I can shift my perspective here, right? You have the idea, it just goes away as fast as it came, and then you just move on. Autopilot, right? It's complicated. It's not as easy as just, okay, I'm ready to go and I'm going to make my whole world turn around, right? Understandably so. But when we create the conundrum and when we stay in that space here and allow things to remain puzzling to us, to remain burdens, hassles, to feel like we are just kind of all tangled up, there was a butterfly, okay? We cannot have the ability to expand, right? To turn ourselves here into a boss, a CEO, right? I just keep hearing Inception, and then I'm thinking about the movie Inception, okay, with Leonardo DiCaprio. Wonderful movie if you've never seen it. Kind of old, I think 2000s-ish. And that was actually a really, really cool movie about the depths of our dreams, right? That there are layers to everything, right? That we have to push past the barriers. We have to push ourselves a little bit further. And although that's not the point of that movie, it's giving me that energy where, in the movie, he would have a dream, and then there'd be a different depth and a different and a different, and it was like depths of reality, right? This perspective shift to see things in a different reality, right? In a different area to create this. Okay, and then I have hermit as I stop shuffling, right? To allow ourselves to introspect. How can I create more depth on this one idea? How can I continue pushing forward, making it my focal point, right? To be hardworking, to analyze, to allow my intelligence to create and bring about what I am envisioning here. Here we have the squirrel coming out, right? To become, you know, they're hard workers. When we have that idea, it is implanted from your own higher self, from the divine, giving you an idea, that spark of inspiration here to move forward, prepared for anything here. Okay, so what I'm getting here is the divine is kind of leading us down this energy here where it's kind of like we have to start coming into this energy to be prepared for anything here with the crossroads. All right, to make that choice, to begin that journey. We have the free will, absolutely. But when we have these ideas, when we have these sparks, it's for a reason. It's an opportunity. Yes, weigh the options, right? But how can you strategize and decide? How can I move forward here and create this in my life? Okay? Look it. And then this one that fell out is yes, take inspired action. If we just allow our ideas and our sparks to die as fast as they come in, how can we ever create momentum and change in our life? How can we begin new cycles, the start of new seasons? Okay, many of you receive these ideas because they're original. You're meant to be a trendsetter, right? You're meant to have new experiences. You're meant to be a leader and cultivate these ideas. Because look, it says ideas and then burns out quickly. Exactly on this topic, right? You can't make this stuff up. Confirmation 100%. But these are coming to you to ignite new beginnings, to ignite you into new areas in life. We can't let the fears and the limiting beliefs hold us back here, beautiful souls. I have church principle coming out, also with the Empress. Venus, god of love. And Venus is in Leo right now. Very fiery sign. The sun is in Leo. Fiery, passionate. These sparks of inspiration that are coming, that are just blooming in our mind here. Okay? But again, there may be some sort of structure, religious, dogma, values here. Okay? Collective consciousness, belief systems that are very structured in certain traditions and programming that is stopping us from following what our true, innate, our intuition is telling us to do. These ideas. What is going to bring us a pleasure and happiness and an abundance, art, beauty, and grace. We have to apply our free will to create these changes here. Okay. Look, likely it's developing fireworks. See? The fireworks, the inspiration, the passion. If any idea, any spark of inspiration comes to you and it lights you up from the inside, don't let fear break that down for you. Don't let fear hold you back from following your dreams. Okay? Look at the call of the muse. Follow that muse. Follow that call. There's a reason for it. Okay? So if this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you so much for your presence. And if you are resonating with this message and or my energy so far, please do like and subscribe to the channel. I am building my channel here so far, and your guys' likes and subscribes definitely helps me, really get out there on this platform and really come into a space of allowing me to grow and get my messages out to collective consciousness here. Okay, so I really appreciate likes and subscriptions here, and if it does resonate with you, please do comment and let me know how this resonates and how things unfold for you. Okay, it was 47 on my battery, 11 alignment here. Okay, so many of you are getting these sparks of inspirations because it's aligned with your destiny. It's aligned with your soul purpose here for you to create. Okay, so my beautiful angel spirit guide and to the highest what I and decree only my beautiful higher self. What information can we give my beautiful viewer here about their sparks of inspiration and how they can really kind of work through, these kind of sparks, kind of going out as fast? Look at let it go. You're letting go to, it's kind of like you're giving up too easily, is what I'm getting here in this energy. And here, I'm very attracted to the hummingbirds. And remember, when we first started, I got the hummingbird, right? To be present here, okay? Be present. Follow your heart. What is your heart saying, okay? And if your heart is fearful, that is low vibrational ego speaking to you, instilling fear. Because your heart, when it is open and it is vibrant and it is activated with the divine, it is not instilling fear. It's instilling joy and fulfillment and pleasure and happiness and leading you towards your divine purpose here. If it's instilling fear, let that fear go and listen to your heart. What is your heart telling you to do? Not your thoughts, not your fears, not your unhealed aspects and programming and traditions and limiting beliefs and opinions and judgments of other people. Take a deep breath. And look what came back. Follow the call. Please, beautiful souls, it's a reason that you have this spark, that you're guided towards a certain path, a certain project, a certain idea comes to you for a reason. It's your divine idea. These ideas are meant to bring you to places of success and abundance, okay? And it's inner joy, okay? Because, here in the 3D world 101, as I'm speaking this, we are so fixated on, is this going to be profitable, right? Is this going to make me rich? Is it going to make me famous? And although that sounds like you're the breadwinner, right? Where we all on some level here want that. But we have to come back to the heart here, right? We have to let go of that fear and we have to come back to the heart and understand that if something is truly calling to us, it should not matter how much money it's going to make us, how much attention it's going to get us. That's our ego speaking here. We have to become humble to what we are really craving here on a soul level and allow that to be expressed. Even if it's just a form of creativity to release this idea into the world, even if it's not seen by the millions and the masses. It is something in your soul that was able to be expressed, where you followed the call of your own inner muse and you allowed that to transpire. That's fulfillment. That's abundance. That's where we need to shift our perspective. 222. Okay, it's really important that we come into this space of really not allowing the outside world. What is the world going to say? What the world is going to think? If it's not going to make me $100,000 a year, I'm not going to waste my time. How in the world are you ever going to feel fulfilled in your heart if you are just worried about monetary value? Take a breath. Think about Think about those true things in your heart here, beautiful souls. That's going to allow you the space for growth, the space for understanding, the space for humility, right? The space to allow divinity to come into your world, the inspiration, that spark to stay alive and true within your soul, okay? See, it's like you are getting these ideas. It's a blank canvas for you. You get to be the storyteller. You get to create this story, this chapter, this season, this idea. And there are many layers to it. You can go in many different directions to it. I mean, if it's a very, very specific thing, of course, you know, I'm sure that there are certain ways that certain things need to be done. But you hold the key to create whatever your heart desires. And I just keep hearing like many of these ideas that are placed within your minds here, guys, is by the divine, is by your higher self, guiding you towards a certain path. Yes, many of you may be destined for fortune and fame along your divine paths here, along those, you know, sparks of inspiration. But if you hold that as the end game and the outcome for your idea, then yes, you will be disappointed because you're not coming from a place of the heart and following a passion, your soul's muse here. See, look it. Come from a place of sacred reverence. Where in your heart? Look at another key. You hold the key to understanding. I'm hearing vulnerability here, okay? To express yourself in whatever way these sparks come about. Many of you are light workers, okay? And your art and your inspirations and these ideas that are coming to you are meant to create changes, massive changes here in collective consciousness. Poetry, art, music. If there's a certain song that you are doubting within yourself, there's a reason you created that song. There's a reason why you're guided to those specific lyrics. There's a reason that you are guided to paint or draw that specific thing. It's art. It's light work. You're bringing joy and happiness to other people in the world. You are bringing light to the world through the key that you hold in your own heart, in your own creative spark. Okay, 47. Didn't I mention that my battery's at 47? Okay, just aligning that there. All right. The land in between. Any closing messages here for my beautiful viewer, my beautiful spirit team? I was guided to stop shuffling and great and full. Okay. It is going to bring you abundance in the heart. Don't worry about the outside. Worry about yourself here. Okay. Feeling the world, right? Okay, on one layer of energy, don't worry about what the world is going to think. And you know, the original message was that these sparks come and they leave just as quickly, right? If it is a fear of judgment, of opinions from the world, we cannot hold feelings of that on top of our shoulders. We cannot do that. This is going to go like this. We're never going to be able to come into a space of feeling great and full and filled with love because we are allowing outside people and judgments, fears, limitations, all of that to really hinder us from following our own inner guiding light. And we can't allow that, especially if you want to feel free, if you want to follow the course of your own heart. So my beautiful angels, spirit guides, ancestors, the highest light and decree only closing message here for my beautiful viewer about really, you know, following through on their sparks of inspiration, on the ideas that come to them from their heart space. How can we lead them into their heart? How can we begin opening the third eye here, maybe even two, because I know that was an energy that went flying. 2 of Cups, love, partnerships, 9 of Swords. Okay, again, this fear, this like this nightmare. It's like this nightmare energy. Okay, if you guys are going to be in your head too much, look at, crash it down, break it down. Okay, you have a lot of amazing ideas, fruitful ideas that come from your heart. designing, painting. Look. But if we're going to be in our head about it, beautiful souls, chop, 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 chop. Certify these, please, my beautiful spirit queen. Thank you. The High Priestess and the Hierophant, 222 on my timestamp. Wow. The Two of Cups still on the bottom of the deck here. All right. This is your higher self coming out. All right. And this is also letting you know that if it's like we can't allow the subconscious traditions, beliefs, as everything I've basically been saying is being backed up in these two cards right here. Okay. The subconscious, the unknown, the fear of the unknown is turning into a massive nightmare when you have these creative sparks because of programming, because of traditions, but they're limited ones. Okay. Here's where we need to connect with our higher self. This is where we need to allow our intuition to flow, our third eye, right? To tap into the mysteries of life, that inception, right? Go into the depths of the different layers of your idea, how you can create it, how you can bring it to life, and trust that. See, like there's egg, like this inception, right? This idea is being planted here. It's a fertile idea. It's going to bring new beginnings. It's going to bring abundance for self. But if you allow it to be a nightmare, if you allow it to become this overwhelming thing here, you need to crash down that foundation of that thinking, that perspective shift here. Okay, this is grief. End the grief, end the disappointment, end the sadness. Okay, and be brave and courageous and follow your dreams, follow your passions here. Stand up for what you believe in, stand up for what feels right to you. Okay, set strong boundaries with whoever you need to, even if it's yourself, right? How can you put healthy boundaries in place for yourself to allow diligence, to allow yourself to get organized and strategize, and allow yourself compassion and empathy and understanding and acceptance of believing in what you're receiving, and believing in knowing that you're being called to something higher, and to follow this. When you follow it, you put an end to the disappointments, you put an end to the hardships, and you cause massive transformation. You put an end to something to rebirth into this, into taking brave action, to leaving behind this kind of like cowardly way of thinking and moving through life. Okay, short-term thinking, this kind of short-term thing, like how I've been kind of like going about talking about, if it's not going to make me the X amount of dollars, what if it makes you more? You're placing an expected outcome on something. We have to get out of the self-sabotaging ways of thinking about anything in our life, because we're just stopping ourselves. So please move forward, okay, from being stagnant. Also, meditate, contemplate on how you can move forward, how to make the changes, on how to really set forward motion in your life. Whenever this idea comes out, however you can create it, right? To find that motivation, that determination, to know that you received that for a reason, and that if it speaks to you on a soul level, you are meant to follow it through. Okay? Look, it's reliable, it's stable, it's a new beginning. It is 3D reality, it's pentacle energy, it's physical, monetary value. Okay. So as I'm talking about that, where you're setting an expectation, or you're only expecting this type of stuff, it is showing up that when you follow these inspirational sparks, you do have the potential of massive new beginnings, financial stability. reliable, stable lives, stable finances, stable beginnings that lead you to monetary value here. You have to first trust the process. You first have to get out of your head and know that the ideas you're receiving are for your highest and greatest good. You have to make a choice to walk away from this separation within between your mind and your heart. Okay, because remember, I'm talking about the heart space here as well, where we're going to allow our subconscious programming, the fears, the limiting beliefs to take over our heart, the muse to our life. Choose to follow what your heart speaks of in any and all areas, but especially if you have these sparks, follow them. They're for a reason here, beautiful souls. So I hope this message helps somebody. I know that it will reach who it's meant to. Comment how it resonated, and if you would like me to, if you are interested in a personal reading, link is in the description box below. I'd love to dig in for you if this does resonate and you want more details and specifics on anything here. Okay, so again, if you are this far along, thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate you being here. And if, again, you like and subscribe, I appreciate your energetic exchange. And thank you for giving me your time here. So until next time, beautiful souls, love and light to you.